Hey everybody, welcome back to the family channel.
Hi!
We hope you guys are having a fantastically awesome day so far, and we hope you had an awesome weekend. We had a really good weekend, didn't we? Super busy weekend. It was Garen's first tournament of the year, of the season, and we were all there both days, all day. So we are feeling really tired now. We got to watch it and not have half the fun as you did. You had a good weekend, didn't you?
Yes. So the first day we lost 1-1. Then the second day we won 1, drew the first period, and then lost the second.
Yeah.
We could have won third place, but
You got fourth.
Yeah.
They got fourth in their first tournament, but they played so well.
It was very tight games.
Yeah.
With every team, it was very tight.
And I mean, considering our club has like a month or so off while they redo the ice and that, and the other clubs have their stadiums going all year and they get to train continuously.
They were doing really good.
Man, the kids played so well. My throat's actually still a little bit sore because I was shouting, but it was freaking awesome. And now Garen is out all week as well, having fun. He's at his hockey camp.
Yes.
It's not one of the ones where you sleep over or anything, unfortunately, but they get to do fun stuff and chill on the ice all day. Really, you love it, don't you?
Yes, it's really good.
I mean, I was so surprised with Garen. I thought, because the way he was talking, he was like, oh, I think I'm a bit rusty. And I was like, oh, it's okay. It's your first game back. And the way he played was freaking awesome. You've matured so much.
When
like
I
his
saw
passing, is it called dribbling? I don't know what it's called. Your puck handling skills and all that. It's amazing. Even your defense was awesome. So you did awesome. Well done. Even Leia was impressed. And that says a lot, because she doesn't like going to watch the hockey.
No, but I really enjoyed it this weekend. And when I saw him, I was like, is that Garen?
Yeah.
I wasn't even sure if that was Garen.
Leia wanted to go so badly that she actually cancelled her camping plans because she wanted to go watch Garen. As you can see, he's yawning. He's got really early mornings. So we're going to get into today's video, which is 5 of the worst invasive species from the US. I know a few of you guys have emailed and commented that you want us to do some more military videos. So Kat and I will be going back to doing we'll do a video in the morning on something military. And then if Garen wants to join, but Leia really does not enjoy the military videos, so we won't force you to do anything that you don't want to do. Anyway, without further ado, let's check out 5 of the worst invasive species from the US. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well, and of course Arnie does too. Now on this channel I've done plenty of videos on invasive species. Normally I focus on a certain location and go through different species that are invasive there. On multiple occasions I've focused on the US, as North America does have big problems with invasive species. But North America is also home to some invaders of its own. Plenty of common American...
You can buy raccoons here in Slovakia. There's a website called Buzzosh, which is like Craigslist, or Gumtree if you're in the UK, or one of the, those buying and selling websites. And I was looking, you know what I'm like, I can sit and browse for hours, just random things. You can buy raccoons as well as kangaroos, zebra, and what were those rat things? Nutria, those big rat. I think you said your uncle or someone had that.
Yeah, he used to breed them.
Yeah, weird.
American animals make great invaders and have successfully managed to take over many countries around the world. In this video I will be focusing on these species.
Sorry, Leia's hasn't turned up her hearing aid today.
As I'll be going through 5 of the worst American invaders. And we'll start off with one of the most notorious invasive species, the red-eared slider. Now one of the things that makes this turtle such a successful invader is the fact that it's just so popular. It is the most popular pet turtle in the US and is the most commonly traded turtle in the world. In the wild, this turtle is native to the southern US and also northern Mexico. But as it's such a successful invader, it can now be found in many parts of the US where it isn't native. This turtle got its name because of the red mark behind their eyes, but they are often confused with painted turtles. These two turtles look very similar to each other, but the painted turtles have a flatter carapace. These turtles show a preference for slow-moving water, such as sluggish rivers and lakes. In these areas they can often be seen in groups, and tend to bask with each other at the edge of rivers. One of the things that makes these turtles such great invaders is the fact that they have such a varied diet. They feast on a variety of vegetation, as well as aquatic invertebrates, fish, amphibians, and even in some rare instances, birds. This wide diet means that they can survive in many places that other turtles can't. But life for a young red-eared slider is by no means easy.
They've actually got some at the pet shop local to us, and they're tiny still. And I'm like, I've got my little room downstairs. Don't worry, I will never get one, but I'm always tempted. I'm like, oh, they look so cute. No, I like turtles. Remember there was the one upside down in the bowl, and we had to call the woman.
Leia's friend Lily, she really wants a turtle. So she got one. But she got a water turtle.
Yeah, that's what those are.
Yeah, but like her mum is telling me now, like she's got huge aquarium thing for the turtle, And she said it constantly stings, and she wants to get
They
rid
do.
of it, and
Apparently
nobody
they
wants
sting.
it.
They
so,
do sting.
No turtle.
I remember when we used to go fishing in South Africa, sometimes you'd hook a turtle by mistake. I don't remember what kind of terrapin or turtle they were, but oh my goodness, they sting. Yeah, I'm not saying I'll ever get
But
one, but
when-
I'm always tempted when I see them. I'm like, they're so cute.
When I was at Lily's, it didn't smell bad.
Because probably she just cleaned it.
I smelled
Nah.
worse.
Only around 1% of red-eared sliders reach sexual maturity, as the vast majority of them are picked off by predators. One of the things that made these turtles such popular pets was the fact that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were revealed to be red-eared sliders. This led to many kids wanting some red-eared sliders of their own, and this had major negative effects for non-native ecosystems. As these turtles can live up to 70 years, many people
Oh my
decide that they
gosh.
don't want their red-eared sliders
He's
anymore
happy.
and release them into the
He's probably
wild.
got
These released
64.
turtles soon create breeding populations and then become invasive. In Australia, breeding populations have been found in New South Wales and Queensland, and this is bad news for the native turtle species. The
What
red-eared
is
sliders
that?
mature more quickly, grow larger, and produce more offspring than the native turtles.
Why was his neck like so long?
I think it's called like a long-necked turtle or something. I don't know.
That was really
Found in
weird.
New
It
South
looks
Wales and
really
Queensland,
weird.
and this is bad news for the native turtle species. The red-eared sliders
You can look
mature
around
more
corners.
quickly,
Yeah.
grow larger, and produce more offspring than the native turtles, and they are also known to bully the native species. As these turtles are also plant eaters, they can have negative impacts on the
alligator
native
behind
aquatic
you.
species,
Yeah.
and as they have such a wide diet, they are also known to feed on rare species of frogs. The Queensland government has invested close to $1 million Australian dollars in attempts to eradicate these turtles. These turtles have also been linked to salmonella infections, which causes significant public health
salmonella.
costs. It's the
Never
same
had it.
story in northeast India, as these invasive turtles are known to outcompete
Oh,
many
that's
vulnerable
cute.
species of freshwater
Indian.
turtle. So far, it's proven to be very hard to control these reptiles, and to this day, they're one of the worst American invaders. But our next American
Mink.
invader is the American mink. The American
Those
mink
are
is
here
a
in Europe.
semi-aquatic species of
Wait,
most
Those are the ones that are running around on the road,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Oh, Miss
Yeah.
Vera.
No, no,
Yeah.
not Kuna.
And they love going into the cars and like
Oh no,
chewing
that's
the cables.
that's martins.
Yeah.
That's
It
mink.
looks similar.
Yeah, they look similar. Pine martins we get you. They're called kuna, but you get mink. There's a big problem with them in the UK, like on the fisheries, on the trout fisheries and that.
Really?
Yeah, they go chow all the
I mean,
fish.
they're cute things, but
I love ferrets. I miss my ferrets.
I miss
to live
Bella.
native to North America, and like many other members of its family, it's known
Oh.
for being
Oh.
very
Yeah.
feisty and can take on prey much
See?
larger than itself.
Trout.
These minks are found in most wetland habitats, from rivers and lakes
I
to
don't know why. I've got a feeling that there's going to be a largemouth bass there.
No, mate, I don't know. I don't think so.
Wait, what does invasive mean?
It like they're not meant to be.
Oh no,
You
bass.
got a hair, hold on.
Yeah, I
There you
felt it.
coasts
No,
and
I think
marshland.
bass
In
now.
these areas, they are
Look.
very efficient hunters
killing
and feed
bird,
on
they're
pretty
nuts.
much anything they can get their paws on.
Ah.
Now,
Not
in
cute
these
anymore.
videos, it is never my intention to villainize certain species. In almost
Can't
every
remember the
case, humans are behind
don't
the
know what it
introduction
is.
of invasive species. It is never the animal's fault that they are introduced into
Yeah.
ecosystems where they don't belong, and they are simply trying to survive.
Foxes
This
are
is especially the
beautiful.
case with the mink, as it has a very sad backstory.
I know the backstory because I like reading up about invasive
Say it.
species. They were bred for their fur,
yeah.
and they escaped from fur farms, and some activists also released them from the fur farms. So that's how they.
So they were basically
Oh yeah,
killing-
actually, mink coats. They're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
very popular.
Yeah, mink coats, mink fur coats.
The one
That's
that
what.
Macklemore had on his music
I
video.
don't know. I
probably
don't
not,
know.
yeah.
But yeah, mink.
The mink was imported into many countries across
Oh
Europe
my.
in the 1900s, and this was to supply the fur industry. These mink were put straight into fur farms, where they were treated
Oh.
very cruelly. Minks are the most common animal farmed for their fur,
Why
and on
would
these
anyone
farms the
work there?
workers breed the minks and then kill their offspring when they are around 6 months of age. It takes around 50 to 60 minks to make a single fur coat, and farmers tend to use the cheapest slaughter methods to kill as many animals as possible. In my opinion, it's crazy that this industry is still alive today, and people should be more aware of where they get their clothing from.
thought it was
Luckily
alive
for some of the minks, many of them managed to escape from these fur farms and managed to survive in the wild. They were established in many countries across Europe by the 1950s, and this had major negative impacts on the native species. In the UK, they fed on large
Yeah,
amounts of
voles.
water voles, which are now vulnerable in the UK. They are also known to compete with the native European otters,
Oh, I
but in
love
recent
otters.
years the European otter numbers have started to increase. It is estimated that there are around 110,000 American minks in the UK, and this number could yet increase. In the rest of Europe, they also cause problems by feeding on water birds, and also competing and preying on the European mink. I have personally seen a few of these guys in the wild, and even though it's not their fault, they are great American invaders. But our next species is the signal crayfish. Now this
that's the
crayfish
signal
has to be
one.
one of the most infamous
The reed,
invasive
though.
species around the world because of its ability to easily take over freshwater ecosystems. Now, this crayfish is native to the slow-flowing freshwater environments west of the Rocky Mountains. In these areas, they are unfussy
Wow.
omnivores, feeding
Great.
on pretty much anything they can find. Young crayfish tend to feed on invertebrates, whereas the adults show a preference for plant matter. On this diet, they can reach a maximum size of around 20 centimeters, which is a pretty impressive
Yeah, we
size
caught
for a
some decent
freshwater
ones.
crustacean. Now, if you live in certain parts of Europe or Japan, you'll know just how much of a menace this crayfish can be. Here in the UK, they have all but taken over the freshwater ecosystems and can be
That's so
found in
yummy.
pretty much every river. In many parts of Europe, the signal crayfish was imported from
Okay.
North America to supply crayfish farms. The crayfish plague had ravaged native crayfish populations, and many farms were losing money. The signal crayfish was seen as an attractive commercial species and could be exported to the lucrative Scandinavian market. Unfortunately, these signal crayfish were a carrier of the plague itself and passed it on to more of the native species. In the UK, they have had a massive negative impact on the native
yeah.
white-clawed
Ew.
crayfish and also have negative impacts on native fish and
gross.
frogs. They not only feed on them directly, but also feed on their eggs. If this wasn't enough, they also have a significant environmental impact,
Yeah, they
as they
burrow.
like to burrow deep into riverbanks, which weakens the bank's integrity and leads
Remember
to
when we would go to that? Where was it?
By the little stream.
Yeah, next to like some.
Train line.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
train lines will throw out things.
Oh
and
yeah.
Wait, how long?
Like seconds sometimes. I remember when we left the crayfish trap there the one, so we didn't think
Oh,
we were going to
yeah.
catch anything.
Oh
And
yeah.
me and Garen went back and I picked it up and it's like full. We're like, yes!
Yeah.
But yeah, we never had the numbers you guys get for a crawfish boil, but we did have a few, didn't we?
We
Yeah.
had. Yeah, it was enough for
soil
me.
erosion. It's thought that the
It's funny,
species
isn't it, though? Because, like, even though they're invasive in UK, you still kind of need to get like a permit of
Yeah,
what
you
is
have to.
it?
Well, it's free. It's a tag you got to put on your trap just in case, because the traps have to be a certain size, because you know those voles
Yeah.
and that, so they don't get stuck. And there's been otters that get their heads stuck in them,
Oh.
so they've got to be a certain size.
has caused millions of pounds of damages to this day, and it doesn't look like it's going anywhere soon. But our next American invader is the
They're so
raccoon.
cute.
Now, I have featured the
I don't
raccoon
like
many
that
times
part.
on this channel before, mainly due down to the fact that they are such interesting.
They're the ones that fart.
Doesn't every animal fart?
Yeah, skunks have a special
Oh
gland.
yeah.
You can buy those as well.
Ah,
Yeah, I
who
think
would
they
wanna?
descent them though, which
Oh.
is, I don't know.
Mind you, fairies are the same.
No, they're not. Don't you talk badly about
Creatures.
fairies.
They are far more
Look at
intelligent
these.
than they may seem, and they have some pretty impressive
that food.
tools. As I've been through many times before,
Jeez,
raccoons
I
have
don't know
very
where this
special
is from.
hands. These are ultra sensitive and help them find prey in aquatic environments and also break into people's homes. In fact, in many other languages,
Sorry to pause again. I bet you there's a few people who live where these things are problems, because I've seen some videos. They kill your chickens, they eat your eggs.
Kill chickens?
Yep, they climb inside your bins, they pull the bins over.
Yeah,
They're an
apparently
absolute
they-
nightmare.
Apparently they like
I
rip
still
your
like
bin
them.
bag open.
They like little robbers, little burglars with their masks on, aren't they? That's what they look like.
Find them cute.
Yeah, they are cute, but they carry rabies as well. I think they carry they can carry
Oh.
rabies as well. I might be wrong.
they
On
are
that.
named because of their hands, and their hands really do make them unique.
them,
Although
little
the
robbers.
marks on their
Look.
face make them look like thieves, these marks actually help them see clearly. The black fur works just like black stickers on athletes, as the dark colour absorbs incoming light, and this reduces glare that would otherwise bounce into their eyes. Now, raccoons don't have the best reputation, mainly due down to the fact that they are so
How do we get
adaptable.
up
They are
there?
one of the few
Look.
species that thrive in urban areas, and are very happy to go through people's garbage. This isn't just because they're lazy, but because they are very opportunistic feeders. They are thought to be as intelligent as some primate species, and this allows them to be so successful in urban environments. But today they don't just limit themselves to North America, as they can be found in parts of Europe and Japan. In Germany, they are known as wash bears because of their habit of dousing food in water. 2 pet raccoons were released into the German countryside in 1934, and this was by a poultry farmer who wanted to enrich the fauna.
Poor bloke.
Later on in
He's just
1940,
given his stock footage and now he's getting blamed for all the raccoons.
and this was by a
Look,
poultry farmer
you-
who wanted to enrich the fauna.
all your
Later on
fault.
in 1945, 25 raccoons escaped from a fur farm, and these raccoons, along with other escapees, soon created a massive population. By 2012, it was estimated that Germany had more than 1 million raccoons,
Oh
and
my
today
God,
it's
I
thought that
didn't
there
know
are
that.
even more. In Japan, up to 1,500 raccoons were imported as pets each year after the success of the anime series Rascal the Raccoon. Many of these pets escaped or were released, and can now be found in 42 of the 47 prefectures. It's thought that these raccoons cause at least 30 million yen of agricultural damage on Hokkaido alone. As well as agricultural damage, they also compete with native species, such as the raccoon dog. As they're so cunning and adaptable, it may be impossible to get rid of them. So to this day, they are one of the most successful mammalian invaders. But our final species is the largemouth bass. Now this predatory fish is one of the...
Well done. We get them in South Africa, but I'm sure they were imported for fishing.
Probably.
You get them in Croatia. You get them in Portugal.
Bass in my dreams to catch.
Yeah, he's never caught a bass. I've caught loads when I was growing up.
Apparently smallmouth fight more.
Yeah, these are largemouth.
Yeah, apparently they don't fight.
Fight harder.
Most iconic fish in the US, as it's loved by the majority of fishermen. These fish are skillful ambush predators and are known for being very aggressive and very greedy. In their freshwater homes, they feed on many different freshwater species of fish and crustacean, but large specimens are also known to feed on water.
Sorry, have you seen the video where the guy caught one and he grabbed it and something was coming out its mouth and it had just swallowed a snake?
Oh yeah, snake.
Oh,
and it was still alive and he's like,
yeah, he had the thing
to birds, mammals, and sometimes alligator hatchlings. On this diet, they can reach a maximum size of around 75 centimeters, which makes them the largest of the black basses. As this fish is so popular with anglers, many people in other countries want a piece of the market. This is the main reason behind them being imported into other countries, and this is especially the case in Japan. They were first imported by a Japanese businessman in 1925, as he thought it would kickstart a fishing craze. Instead, bass fishing did not really catch on, as Japan has a very different fishing culture, and because these bass are such efficient predators, they had massive negative impacts on the native fish species. But it's not just other fish that these bass can endanger, as in Guatemala, the largemouth bass has been blamed for the extinction of the Atitlan grebe. These birds fed on the same prey as the largemouth bass, and when they were introduced into the same environment, they soon outcompeted these grebes. So although they are a very popular sport fish, they are one of the worst invasive fish in the world. But that's about it for this video. If you have any suggestions for other videos,
I sort of wish we had largemouth bass here. I don't know whether would they survive the temperatures here in Slovakia?
I have no idea.
Well,
I mean,
no,
if they
I'm
survive in
asking-
America.
Yeah, because some parts of America get really cold in the winter. Because me and Garen, and Kat and Leia, we're planning on building a really big pond. That'd be pretty cool to get some bass in there. Because it's not connected to any waterways, so there's no chance they'll escape into any.
Yeah. Unless the stock will come in.
Oh yeah, well,
carries them on.
maybe.
We'll get babies and then we'll raise them in the tank, in a big one, until they get about this big.
Yeah.
And then when they get that big, we'll put them into our pond.
Where are we gonna get them from? That's the
Somebody said
question.
no more animals.
Yeah, but that's fish.
That's fish.
And it's doctor's orders. I went to the neurologist the other day, and he was asking me like if I've been stressed, because I've mentioned to you guys I suffer a little bit with depression and stuff, quite a bit actually, with anxiety and that. And that's one of my relaxed things. So Kat told him, and he told her, it's good. Let him carry on with this fish. So it's doctor's orders. Mummy can't say a thing.
No, I'm glad to eat the fish, just not other animals.
No, we're not getting any more pets.
No,
we're not. This has been, we've had the vet bills alone this year could have put down a deposit on a nice car.
Probably the vet loan this year could have done our house up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
No wonder the man has got a new car.
Yeah, we come in there and they just smile. It's like, the eBay sound. I don't know if you've ever sold anything on eBay. That walks when we come in. That plays when we come in. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We apologize we didn't go live on the weekend like we wanted to, but it was hectic. Yesterday when we got home, we were all just, I didn't even see Garen. He went to his room and lay down.
Yeah.
Leia she was pooped as well, to be honest. She was at the hockey all day.
And to be honest with you, today I'm not functioning.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't even think straight.
For bedtime.
Yeah, me
like,
neither.
I feel really exhausted, and also it doesn't help that Garen has to get up extremely early in the morning.
It's your fault. Everything's your fault.
So, for his hockey camp.
I'll be taking him tomorrow. I didn't even wake up with my alarm. I've been waking up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock every morning, and this morning my alarm didn't wake me up.
Jonah said to me he's going to wake up at 5 o'clock to take Garen to a hockey camp.
Oh, he also said I'll be probably awake
luckily,
earlier.
I put my alarm on because I woke up and he just slept.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. For the last how many weeks, I'm up before my alarm. Anyway, we're waffling again. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we will see you in
Next video.
Bye.